Hello and welcome to our channel, where we explore ways to live healthier and more vibrant lives. Today we are going to talk about a topic that is very close to my heart, which is nutrition for a long and healthy life. I will be sharing some of the most important lessons I've learned about food, things I truly wish I had understood much earlier. Before we begin, I have a simple question for you. What is one food from your childhood that always made you feel happy and strong? Please take a moment to share your answer in the comments below, as I would love to read about it. Let's start with our first big lesson, and it's one that many people get wrong as they age. This secret is about understanding the true power of protein. For many years, protein was seen as something for young athletes or bodybuilders trying to build huge muscles. But the truth is that protein becomes even more critical for our health as we move past 50, 60, and beyond. There is a natural process called age-related muscle loss, where our bodies slowly lose muscle mass and strength over time. This isn't just about being able to lift heavy things. It affects our ability to get up from a chair, maintain our balance, and recover from an illness. Think of your muscles as your body's armor and engine, protecting you from falls and powering your daily movements. Protein is the essential material your body uses to repair and maintain that muscular armor. Without enough of it, your body starts to break down its own muscle tissue for energy, which is a process we want to avoid. So, how much protein do we actually need to stay strong and independent? A good rule of thumb for older adults is to aim for about 1 to 1.2 grams of protein for every kilogram of your body weight. Now, I know that sounds like a complicated medical number, so let's make it simple. If you weigh around 150 pounds, which is about 68 kilograms, you should aim for roughly 70 to 80 grams of protein each day. What does 70 grams of protein look like in real food on your plate? It's not as much as you might think if you spread it throughout your day. For breakfast, you could have 2 large eggs and a serving of Greek yogurt, which gives you about 25 grams right at the start. For lunch, a decent-sized chicken breast, about the size of a deck of cards, will provide another 30 grams. Then for dinner, a nice fillet of salmon or a cup of cooked lentils can easily give you the final 20 to 25 grams. The secret isn't just about the total amount, but also about how you consume it. Many people make the mistake of having a very light breakfast and lunch, and then a huge protein-heavy dinner. It is far more effective to distribute your protein intake evenly across your 3 main meals. This gives your body a steady supply of building blocks throughout the entire day to repair and maintain muscle tissue. So I wish I had known earlier to treat protein not as a side dish, but as the centerpiece of every single meal for long-term strength. Now let's move on to our second longevity lesson, which is all about fats. For decades, many of us were taught to fear fat, and were told that a low-fat diet was the key to a healthy heart. This led to a whole generation of low-fat products that were often loaded with sugar and refined carbohydrates to make them taste good. We now know that this advice was not only wrong, but it may have caused more harm than good. The secret I wish I knew is that not all fats are created equal, and the right kinds of fats are absolutely essential for a long and healthy life. Your body needs healthy fats for countless functions, from protecting your heart to keeping your brain sharp. In fact, your brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, so it needs a constant supply of good fats to function properly. Healthy fats also help reduce inflammation in the body, which is a major driver of many age-related diseases, like arthritis and heart disease. So, let's talk about the good fats you should be inviting onto your plate. First, we have monounsaturated fats, which are wonderful for heart health and can be found in olive oil, avocados, and nuts like almonds and cashews. Simply using extra virgin olive oil as your main cooking oil or salad dressing is a fantastic way to get more of these. Then we have polyunsaturated fats, which include the famous omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-3s are particularly powerful for reducing inflammation and supporting brain health, with some studies linking them to a lower risk of dementia. The best sources of omega-3s are fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, herring, and sardines. Aiming to have a serving of fatty fish 2 to 3 times per week can make a significant difference. A single serving of salmon, about the size of your checkbook, can provide over 1,000 milligrams of these precious fatty acids. If you don't eat fish, you can find omega-3s in plant sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. A handful of walnuts or a tablespoon of ground flaxseed in your morning oatmeal is a great plant-based option. The fats to avoid are the man-made trans fats, often found in processed baked goods, fried foods, and margarine. These fats are truly damaging to your health and should be eliminated from your diet as much as possible. So the lesson is to stop fearing fat and start embracing the right kinds, making them a regular and delicious part of your meals for a healthier brain and heart. Our third secret to longevity through nutrition is something we often take for granted: fiber. Most people associate fiber with one thing, and that's keeping your digestive system regular. While that is certainly a very important job, it is only a tiny part of the incredible story of fiber. I wish I had understood earlier that fiber is one of the most powerful tools we have for managing blood sugar, controlling cholesterol, and nurturing a healthy gut. Let's first talk about blood sugar, which is a major concern for many as we get older. When you eat foods high in soluble fiber like oatmeal, beans, or apples, that fiber forms a gel-like substance in your stomach. This gel slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, preventing those sharp spikes and subsequent crashes in energy. This means more stable energy levels throughout the day and a reduced risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Fiber is also a hero when it comes to heart health because it can actively lower your bad cholesterol levels. It works by binding with cholesterol particles in your digestive system and helping to carry them out of the body before they can clog your arteries. But perhaps the most exciting role of fiber is as food for the trillions of good bacteria living in your gut. You can think of your gut as a beautiful garden, and these bacteria are the helpful gardeners. When you eat fiber, you are providing the perfect food for these beneficial bacteria to thrive. A healthy gut garden is linked to a stronger immune system, better mood, and lower levels of inflammation throughout your entire body. The recommended amount of fiber is around 25 grams per day for women and about 30 to 35 grams for men. Those numbers might not mean much, so let's translate them into a day of eating. You could start your morning with a bowl of oatmeal with a tablespoon of chia seeds, which gets you around 10 grams. For a snack, an apple with the skin on will give you another 4 to 5 grams. If you have a cup of lentil soup for lunch, you've just added a massive 15 grams of fiber. Then a side of broccoli or a cup of raspberries with your dinner can easily get you over the daily goal. The key is to focus on whole foods: fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, and legumes. I wish I knew sooner that by simply prioritizing fiber, I wasn't just helping my digestion, I was actively protecting my heart and feeding the very foundation of my immune system. The fourth nutritional lesson for a long life may sound incredibly simple, but it is one of the most commonly neglected. This lesson is about proper hydration, which goes far beyond just quenching your thirst. As we get older, our body's ability to conserve water decreases, and our sense of thirst becomes less acute. This means we can become dehydrated much more easily without even realizing it, until we start to feel the negative effects. I wish I had known that even mild dehydration can have a profound impact on both our physical and mental well-being. When you are dehydrated, your blood volume can decrease, making your heart work harder to pump blood throughout your body. It can lead to feelings of fatigue, dizziness, and confusion, which can sometimes be mistaken for other age-related conditions. Chronic dehydration can also put a strain on your kidneys and increase the risk of urinary tract infections, which are more common in older adults. The classic advice to drink 8 glasses of water a day is a good starting point for most people. This is equivalent to about 2 liters or half a gallon of water. But it's important to remember that our hydration needs can change based on the weather or our activity level. A simple way to check your hydration status is to look at the color of your urine. If it is a pale, straw-like yellow, you are likely well hydrated. If it's dark yellow or amber, it's a clear sign that you need to drink more fluids. But here is a part of the lesson I wish I learned sooner. Hydration doesn't only come from a glass of water. Many foods have a very high water content and can contribute significantly to your daily fluid intake. Think of foods like cucumber, which is over 95% water, or watermelon, celery, and strawberries. Including these hydrating foods in your diet is a delicious way to support your fluid needs. Soups and broths are also excellent choices, especially during colder months, as they provide both hydration and valuable nutrients. You can also enjoy herbal teas, like peppermint or chamomile, which are hydrating and offer their own unique health benefits. It's best to be cautious with coffee and strong black tea, as their caffeine content can have a mild diuretic effect, meaning they can cause you to lose a bit of fluid. The most important thing is to be proactive about your hydration. Don't wait until you feel thirsty, because by then you are already on your way to being dehydrated. Try keeping a water bottle with you throughout the day, or setting a reminder to drink a glass of water with every meal and snack. This simple habit is a powerful secret to maintaining your energy, protecting your kidneys, and keeping your mind clear. Our fifth lesson is about shining a spotlight on specific vitamins and minerals that become increasingly important as we age. While a balanced diet is the best foundation, our body's needs change, and our ability to absorb certain nutrients can decline. I wish I had understood the specific roles of these micronutrients earlier to better support my long-term health. Let's start with a crucial one that many people are deficient in: vitamin D. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin because our skin can produce it when exposed to sunlight. However, as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at this process, and we may spend more time indoors. This vitamin is absolutely essential for bone health because it helps your body absorb calcium, the main building block of your skeleton. Without enough vitamin D, calcium cannot do its job properly, which can lead to weak and brittle bones, a condition known as osteoporosis. The recommended daily intake for adults over 70 is about 800 international units, or IU. To put that in perspective, you would need to eat about 6 ounces of salmon, which is a very large portion, or drink 8 full glasses of fortified milk every single day. Because it can be difficult to get enough from food and sun alone, many healthcare professionals recommend a supplement for older adults. Next on our list is vitamin D's partner in bone health, calcium. We all know calcium is important for strong bones and teeth, but its role doesn't stop there. It's also vital for proper muscle function, nerve signaling, and blood clotting. Women over 50 and men over 70 should aim for about 1-200 milligrams of calcium per day. So what does 1-200 milligrams of calcium look like? You can get there by having a glass of milk, a container of yogurt, and a thick slice of cheese. That combination alone provides about 900 to 1,000 milligrams. If you don't consume dairy, you can find calcium in fortified plant milks like almond or soy milk, canned sardines with the bones, and dark leafy greens like kale and collard greens. A single cup of cooked collard greens has over 250 milligrams of calcium, which is as much as a small glass of milk. Finally, let's talk about vitamin B12, a nutrient that is critical for your energy levels and the health of your nervous system. Our ability to absorb vitamin B12 from food can decrease as we get older, often due to changes in stomach acid. A deficiency in B12 can lead to profound fatigue, weakness, and even memory problems that can be mistaken for early signs of dementia. The recommended amount is quite small, only 2.4 micrograms per day. Thankfully, it's relatively easy to get this from food if you eat animal products. A single serving of beef or a can of tuna can provide your entire daily need for vitamin B12. It is also found in eggs and dairy products. For those on a plant-based diet, it's very important to look for foods fortified with B12, such as certain breakfast cereals and nutritional yeast, or to take a B12 supplement. Understanding the heightened need for these specific micronutrients is a key secret to aging gracefully and maintaining your vitality. The sixth and final longevity lesson I wish I had understood much earlier is not about what you eat, but when you eat. This concept is about giving your body a dedicated period of rest from the work of digestion every single day. In our modern world, we often have access to food 24 hours a day, leading to a habit of constant snacking from the moment we wake up until we go to bed. This means our digestive system is always working, and our body is constantly in a state of processing food. I wish I had known that building in a period of digestive rest can have profound benefits for our long-term health. When you are constantly eating, your body is always releasing insulin, a hormone that helps your cells absorb sugar from your blood. Over time, Constant high levels of insulin can lead to problems with blood sugar regulation and inflammation. By creating a consistent window of time each day where you are not eating, you give your body a chance to rest, repair, and reset. This period of not eating allows your insulin levels to fall, which can improve your body's sensitivity to it. It also allows your body to turn on cellular cleanup processes, where old and damaged cells are cleared away to make room for new, healthy ones. Now, this does not mean you need to engage in complicated or extreme fasting diets. The secret is to start with a very simple and gentle approach. You can aim for a 12-hour eating window and a 12-hour fasting window. This is much easier than it sounds. For example, if you finish your dinner by 7 p.m., you would simply wait to have your breakfast until 7 a.m. the next morning. Most of that fasting period happens while you are asleep, so you hardly even notice it. This simple practice helps to regulate your body's natural daily rhythms and gives your digestive system a well-deserved break. It can lead to better sleep, more stable energy levels during the day, and improved metabolic health over the long term. You are not necessarily eating less food. You are simply consuming your daily meals within a more compressed time frame. This allows your body to fully digest your last meal and then switch its focus to important repair and maintenance work overnight. So the final lesson is a simple one. Be mindful of your eating schedule. Try to create a consistent daily period where your body is allowed to rest from digestion. This gentle practice is a powerful, yet often overlooked, secret to supporting your body's natural healing processes and promoting a longer, healthier life. These are the lessons that have reshaped my understanding of nutrition for longevity. It's about seeing protein as your strength, good fats as your brain and heart protection, fiber as your internal gardener, hydration as your energy source, key vitamins as your support system, and time as a tool for rest and repair. Thank you for joining me today to discuss these important nutritional secrets. I hope you found this information helpful and that it inspires you to look at your own plate with a new perspective. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Please remember, the information shared in this video is based on extensive research and personal experience in helping people with their health and diet. I am not a medical doctor, and this advice should not replace a consultation with your own trusted healthcare provider.